Okay, a very good morning children. Children, in the previous class I was discussing about introduction to graphs. What is graph? What is x-axis, y-axis, Cartesian plane? Okay, how to plot a points in the Cartesian plane? The idea about abscissa and ordinate, everything. How to plot a point in the Cartesian plane? What is abscissa? What is ordinate? What happens to the coordinates of a point if it lies on x-axis and if the point lies on y-axis, etc. All these things have been discussed in detail in the last class. Today, as I told you, graph is nothing but a what? It is a visualization. It is a method of representing data. Okay, it is a relation. The relation between two quantities can be expressed by means of one visualization method known as graph. From the graph, we can answer many questions instantly, as I was discussing in the previous class. Let us see. As we have already discussed how to plot points in the Cartesian plane or coordinate plane, it is very easy to construct graph. Let us see how a graph is constructed, how to construct a graph. Okay, suppose to make you understand how to construct a graph, I have taken one example. Let us see, suppose you are given the rainfall in the month of July, the rainfall in centimeter in the month of July for a particular week, that means 7 days. In 7 days, how much rainfall occurred in a city in the month of July? Suppose the data is given. Look at this is the data given. It is written in terms of a table. See, day, July, day. You see, this is one quantity or one variable. Rainfall in centimeter, another quantity or another variable. Between these two quantities, we are going to draw or construct the graph. Okay, let us see how it is to be drawn. See, first day, how much centimeter rainfall occurred? 12 centimeter. Second day, there is 14 cm rainfall. Third day, 10 cm like this. Okay. So, how to represent this information graphically? That is the main concern. See, children, in order to construct the graph of any given information, first what you will do? First you draw the axis, coordinate axis. This is OX, this is OY. See, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the origin. Okay. After that, what you will do? First, we have to choose suitable scale. Yes, as I told you in the previous lesson, actually scale, to take scale, it does not have any fixed or definite rule. We can choose the scale on our own. It depends upon the data given, as I said earlier. Choosing scale depends on the data given and the size of the graph paper. Whether you are using big size graph paper or small size graph paper, it depends upon that. But you can choose the scale on any way you like. See, as I had said, in graph paper, you will find small squares. Okay. So, if you count, this is the origin. From origin along x-axis, if you count 10 small squares, that 10 small square is called one big division or one unit, you can say. But one unit is not necessarily equal to 1 centimeter. However, you can take one unit any centimeter, 2 cm, 3 cm, etc. Okay. So, simply you remember that one big division means it is equal to 10 small squares, 10 small squares or 10 small square division, whatever you say. Okay. So, you see how to draw the graph, how to construct the graph. First, draw the two axes. Along one axis, suppose along x-axis, I have taken day. I have taken day along, you see, x-axis. And the rainfall along y-axis. Okay. Now, how many days are there? 7 days. Now, these 7 days have to be represented on x-axis, and this rainfall for 7 days, it is to be represented on y-axis. So, how will you represent this rainfall and day on x-axis and y-axis? To represent this data, we have to choose some scale. Okay. On choosing some scale only we can represent. Without scale, graph is totally meaningless. Okay. So see how to choose the scale. Then you will ask me, sir, how can I choose? I said you can choose it in any way you like. For example, suppose you see, there are 7 days, there are divisions here. Suppose you counted, suppose you decided that you will take one big division. One, you see, scale, write scale here. In x-axis or along x-axis, you see, you have to write the scale. Then only you can plot the points, otherwise you cannot plot. Okay, see. In x-axis, suppose you will take one big division. What is meant by one big division? I just told you now. One big division means it is 10 small squares. Okay. So, one big division equal to suppose 1 day. You see. Suppose you decided to take scale has one big division equal to 1 day in which axis? Along x-axis. Now what you will do? From the origin you see, you count small squares where you will find 10 square. Suppose here it is 10. That means this day will be first 1. You see, because you have taken one big division equal to 1 day along x-axis. So from here to here it is one big division of 10 small squares. So that will be, there you have to represent 1. Similarly you count another 10, it will be 2. You count another 10, it will be 3. You count another 10 small square, it will be 4th day. This will be 5th day, this will be 6th day, this will be 7th day. You see. Now I represented all the 7 days by taking scale along x-axis as one big division equal to 1 day. Okay, now I have to represent the what? Rainfall along y-axis. So how to represent? You see, what is the minimum rainfall? Look at, the minimum rainfall is 10 cm. The minimum rainfall is 10 cm, and what is the maximum rainfall in centimeter? It is 18 cm. That means we have to choose the scale in such a manner or in such a way that all these observations, they can be accommodated, I mean presented along y-axis. Okay, so you see, so from here, origin, from here along y-axis, again you count 10 small squares, that will be one big division. Okay, now the point is, one big division you will take what? If you take one big division equal to 1 centimeter, see children, it is very important. Suppose you chose the scale along y-axis as one big division equal to 1 centimeter. Suppose if I choose one big division equal to 1 centimeter in which axis? Along y-axis. Then from here, this is one big division. This is one big division because from origin to here there are 10 small squares. So this will be 1. So I have to write 1 here. Then another 10 I have to write 2 centimeter. Another 3 centimeter. Another 4 centimeter. Another 5 centimeter, like this. You see. Now this is, suppose this is my graph paper. See, suppose this is my graph paper. By choosing in this way, by choosing one big division equal to 1 centimeter along y-axis, see, I have not been able to present all the 18 centimeter data. You see, the maximum rainfall is 18 centimeter. But now there is no space in my graph. In my graph paper, there is no space. Then how can I show 18? How can I show 18 cm on the graph paper? If I chose 1 unit equal to 1 centimeter. So it is not possible because my graph paper is very small. And if I choose one big division equal to 1 centimeter, if I choose one big division equal to 1 centimeter along y-axis, I will not be able to represent this 18, 15, only up to 7 cm. I have been able to show only up to 7 centimeters. Then how will we draw the graph? It is not possible. So what will we do? See, there is other alternative. What is the alternative? See, you can take one big division equal to 1 centimeter. But instead of writing here 1, you can write 10. See, I am coming to the point. Now, suppose you see, in y-axis I am writing here the scale in y-axis. Suppose the same unit, one big division equal to 1 centimeter. Suppose you decided that you will take the scale, one big division equal to 1 cm along y-axis. Okay. Then you should have written here 1. But by writing here 1, we find, by writing here 1 centimeter, we find that all these data cannot be accommodated or presented along y-axis. So let us start from 10, no problem. You see, 10 cm is there. You can write 10. Now, if it is from 10, then what will be the next? It will be 11, it will be 12, it will be 13, this will be 14, this will be 15, this will be 16. Now, let us produce it little more. Suppose, you see, now see, this is suppose 17, this is suppose 18, 17, 18. Now see children, you see, we took along y-axis one big division equal to 1 cm rainfall, but we started from here 10, you see. My point is, here the scale along y-axis, does it start from the origin? No. Had it been started from the origin, it won't be 10, it would be 1. We would have written here 1, not 10. That means the scale actually starts from 10. Look at, along y-axis, here the scale starts from 10, not from the origin. Okay? Of course, from 10 to 11 it is 1 cm, 11 to 12 it is again 1 cm, 12 to 13 again 1 cm. So the scale starts from 10, not from the origin. scale starts from 10 and not from the origin. What we will do? We will give here a kink. Kink means your bend. You see, a bend like this will be given. See, you have to give a kink, K-I-N-K, kink or bend. You have to give a kink or bend along y-axis. Why? The reason is because the scale does not start from the origin. Rather, the scale starts from 10. So when in any axis, whether along x-axis or y-axis, if the scale does not start from the origin, always you have to give a what? Kink or bend. See, now I have given a kink. It shows that the scale does not start from the origin, but it starts from 10. Now it is one same. See, now my scale is correct. And now I can easily represent. See, I can easily now represent. First day, what is the rainfall? It is 12. See, so this is the first day. On first day you go up to here. See, so this will be the first day rainfall. Second day, what is the rainfall? 14 centimeters. See, this is second day. 14 is where? You go along 2 and see where is 14. See, suppose this is 14. Look at. Encircle the point. Then third day, what is the rainfall? The rainfall is just 10. 10 cm. 10 means this one. Look at. 10 cm. Okay. Fourth day is 18 cm. Means maximum rainfall. Fourth day is maximum rainfall. Okay. So, now see, this is fourth day and where is 18? Here is 18. See. Fourth day rainfall is 18 cm. Fifth day, what is the rainfall? Again 10. Fifth day is again 10. You see, this is 10 cm. Then, sixth day, what is the rainfall? 16. Sixth day and 16, you see, this is sixth day and 16. Yes. Okay, first day it is 12 cm. See, you can draw like this also. Then second day it is how much? It is 14 cm. Second day 14 cm. This is your 14 cm. Third day is your 10 cm. This is your 10 cm. Fourth day is your 18 cm. Fourth day is 18. This one. Okay. This is your 18 cm. Just I am showing. Fifth day again it is 10. You see. Fifth day again 10 cm. Sixth day this is your 16 cm. Okay. And seventh day is 15 cm. Seventh day 15 cm. See. Suppose this is 15 cm. See. Now see, all the rainfalls have been presented. Okay. Then what we will do? What is our aim? Actually, these lines are not necessary to draw. Just I wanted to explain you, that is why I have drawn. It is not necessary to show like this. Okay. So simply you have to plot points. See. Simply you have to plot points showing the temperature. Okay. See. So first day your 12 cm. Second day your 14 cm. Third day it is 10 cm. Fourth day it is 18 cm, that is maximum rainfall. Fifth day again 10 cm. Sixth day your 16 cm and seventh day 15 cm. See, now I have presented all the rainfall of 7 days in a week as per the given data. Then what will I do? Then you have to join the points. You see, you have to, this is the first day, this is the second day. Third day rainfall is this one. See. Then this is your fourth day. Look at. Fifth day, what is the rainfall? Fifth day is 10. So you join this one either by freehand or by scale, no problem. Then is your 16, you see. Then you join 16. Then you join this. You see. So see, now all the points, I mean all the rainfalls. The rainfall of all the 7 days have been presented and they are joined. You see. So this is the required what? Graph of the given information. And from this graph, we can instantly answer many questions. Suppose, seeing the graph, one can easily answer. If I ask you, what is the maximum rainfall? You can easily say, sir, it is your 18 cm. And it is the which day? The maximum rainfall occurred in the city in which day? On fourth day, you see. In the fourth day, the maximum rainfall is 18 cm. If I ask you what is the minimum rainfall? The minimum rainfall is, you see, 10 cm, 10 cm. And it has occurred for how many days? 2 days. Okay. That is third day and fifth day. On the third day and the fifth day, the same amount of rainfall has occurred in the city. Okay. In the month of July. Okay. Now, so many questions can be answered instantly from the graph. Children, I hope you understood how to draw graph. Once again, I am summarizing the thing. See, children. Please, it is very very important. Try to understand. First, you study the given information. Take x-axis and y-axis. Then choose appropriate scale. Scale is very very important because without scale, graph will never be correct. If you take the scale in a wrong manner, then graph will become wrong also. Okay. So you have to choose the scale appropriately. Actually, there is no rule for choosing scale. It depends upon the data given or condition given and size of the graph paper. So, as I told you, one big division means 10 small squares, okay, or 10 small square division you can say, or you can say 1 unit, no problem, okay. So, you will choose one big division, you will take how much? So, along one axis you represent one quantity, in the other axis you represent another quantity, and then choose appropriate scale, then choose the points, plot the points. Plot the points on the graph paper. After you know how to plot, just I discussed now and in the earlier class also. So after plotting the points, you join the points by freehand or using scale, no problem. Okay. You will get some figure like this. Here it is it is a curve. You see, it is a curve. Now the graph of this given information, rainfall in a city for 7 days. It has been represented graphically, and the graph is what? It is a curve. It is not a straight line. See, look at the curve. Okay. So in this way, you can draw the graph of any information easily. Okay. And one thing you must remember about this kink. I would like to say once again, what is kink and when the kink is given. Actually, kink is given only. See, it can be given in both x-axis and y-axis. It is given only if the scale does not start from the origin. You see. In x-axis, look at, in this particular problem, along x-axis I have not given any kink. Kink means your bent, B-E-N-T, bent. No bent or kink has been given along x-axis. Why? The reason is because the scale starts from the origin. Here it is origin, 0, 0 coordinate. See, one big division, 1, then 2, yes. So, the scale starts from the origin here along x-axis. But here, along y-axis, if you just think little bit minutely, you will find that the scale starts from 10 centimeter, not from origin. Okay. So as the scale starts from 10 and not from the origin, you have to give a kink or bend along y-axis. Otherwise it will be wrong. Okay. So children, I discussed everything in detail, how to construct a graph. Okay. What is graph, how to construct a graph, and so many things about graph in the previous classes as well as this class. And I hope you must have understood this chapter, okay? So with this we came to the end of this chapter, and next we will discuss another new chapter that is known as your mensuration. Let me discuss mensuration in the next class, okay? I hope whatever I discussed you must have understood. Thank you.